Hello, 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 Reese, Reese's Masterpieces. Just got done working out, doing a little squat workout. Any day that I come in here to do squats is always really to gather information. Oh, that's right. I forgot that. So my goal to be back on track as far as working out is concerned, within 3 months from January 1st. So I'm not hitting the numbers, so to speak, like with the reps and the what have you, nor am I even coming as regularly as I had intended on. But the flip side of that is that's because I've been working more in fitness. I've been teaching more and just getting more active. So I'll take that because it's not like I'm just sitting around and putting on calories and the like. But so the thing here, however, is what is good, even though I'm not I've got a couple of, got some nice footage from a couple of lifts, but my back hasn't been hurting at all. So I've gotten my weight down enough, 20 plus pounds, and have strengthened my core more in the process, that haven't had any back pain for weeks, several weeks, might even have been a month, I don't know. So there's that. No knee pain. So again, a lighter ray is a less impacting on the knees ray. And I feel my stamina going up. Don't get me wrong, I still like to lay around the house. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It could take me, after a long day, the next morning it could take me 3 hours to get out of bed. But that's the luxury of having a flexible schedule. Oh man. Oh, when I think about having to sit behind a desk. Well, I'm sitting behind a desk now, but it's no disrespect to folks that do the 9-to-5 grind. I'm just saying I'm happy, I'm blessed, it's all good. So things are good. Things are good relative to that. So I am right where I want to be based on the circumstances. Now, on to a topic that I wasn't even planning on talking about, but for whatever reason it hit me because people have asked me just over the course of several years, even decades, if we're going back to college, about my steroid use. Have I used steroids? Am I on steroids? Going all the way back to, I want to say, senior year of high school, but definitely the freshman year of college. So we're saying 25 years ago. People would ask, "Oh, how long have you been working out?" So on and so forth. I always had a naturally, reasonably athletic physique. So people always used to think that I would work out. Right now, you couple that with me actually working out and trying to get in shape, me trying to lift heavy and whatnot, on top of having decent genetics for that particular skill. People have wondered, hey, what's the deal? What are you taking? Nothing. Not taking anything. Ever? Never. And to the point that when I got admitted to the hospital a year and a half ago, and they were asking about my drug history, my drug past, couldn't believe that I wasn't taking anything. I hadn't been on any sort of drugs. And not because I'm jacked. It's not because I'm super, but just generally because of my composition, my age, and just other factors. So it's not to say that people look at me and assume just off the bat. It's just more so like when people either see me in the gym, and not every day is a look like steroids day, but me, I don't take steroids. I never have. I don't take supplements. I never have. I've taken like maybe in the entirety of my life, I've probably taken literally 2 scoops of protein powder. And it just really isn't my thing. I like to do everything naturally. I don't like artificial anythings. I mean, relatively speaking, I don't want needles in my arm for, to give me any sort of advantage. I don't want, pills and supplements and protein powders and this, that, and the other. I mean, as it is, a lot of the over-the-counter sold, on a full page in a fitness magazine, all of those things, a lot of them are nonsense. There are some things that are legitimate. There is a particular ingredient that has been proven to work according to any number of reports, but I'm not here to endorse any sort of things. Before you take anything, over the counter or otherwise, you need to consult your doctor or physician. You don't know what kind of adverse reaction you might have to stuff, right? And you don't know what the next thing is to get pulled off the shelves. Because like when I was coming up, what was it, ephedra, whatever. There was any number of products that would be on the market. Oh, fast burning, blah, blah, blah. Everybody take it. Oh shit, it works. Next thing you know, people are dropping dead of heart attacks and they pull it off the shelves. And then as they're trying to pull it off the shelves, everybody hear how good it works. That it's so good, it's giving motherfuckers heart attacks. Just trying to, and then, next thing you know, it's on the black market. It's just like, look, I don't have, grilled chicken, steak, turkey, tuna. That's where I get my protein from. That's where I get the ingredients to build and repair my muscles. That's it. It works for me. I'm not going to the NFL. I'm not going to the Olympics. I'm not tempted by hundreds of millions of dollars or gold medals or whatever. So I can focus. I can be patient and strive for results. Now, would I ever take steroids or supplements? What do I think about folks that take steroids or supplements? I have very strong opinions against steroids and supplements and all of that, but I am of the mind that it's your body. You know what? Reese isn't reliant upon, your being or your chemical integrity, whatever. Like it's your body. I'm not paying your bills. What you do is what you do. I'm not gonna narc on you if I hear, oh, he's taking, like, that's whatever you put in your body, whether it's roids or other stuff. So I've never smoked a cigarette. I've never taken any sort of drugs. Doesn't make me better than anybody. Don't get me wrong. Doesn't make me better. When I was younger, I was all, I would never take. But look, it's your body. Take care of it. I have strong opinions. Now, when what you put into your body affects your how you interact with other humans and makes you a danger to society or something. Like, you want to drink? Hey, I didn't take my first drink till I was 27. Just what it is. I had no desire for it. And I've drinked. I have imbibed sporadically over the course of years. But do I care that people, want to go home and get blitzed or whatever out of their mind? As long as you don't get behind the wheel of a car, sure. As long as you're not running in and out of traffic and shouting racial slurs and then want to go, pop your wife in the mouth or something, whatever. Athletes, I think that if it's illegal in your sport, it's illegal. And if you're taking stuff, regardless of whether everybody else is taking it, it's cheating. That's what I feel. But do I understand the temptation? Sure, I understand it, but I also understand that I was never going to do that to try to gain an edge. That's me. But I also, before my horse gets too high, I was nowhere near, in my athletic days, I was nowhere near the top of the class. It's a thing, people think that roids or supplements or whatever are some sort of magic pill. They help you recover faster, they help you do more work, but they're not going to give you more of an advantage over somebody else who has a higher genetic starting point and is also on roids or whatever, right? So like the point being, like when I was in middle school and high school, I was on the track team. I was usually the fifth fastest person. I was running in like the mid to low 12s for the 100-meter dash, which is faster than the average human, but way slower than the fastest, student athletes, right? And me taking roids, if I was running a 12.5 in the 100-meter dash, me taking roids, the best that I could possibly expect to get down to, 10.5, which is huge. 10.5 is huge. 10.5 is huge. But when you're talking about the record, the record in high school is like 10.14, 10.2, whatever it was. It was never going to give me enough of an advantage to catch up to those who were the best in the field, and then let alone that's not even taking into account if those people started taking roids. It's just like it's a done deal, right? So the point being, I was never going to be in a position where steroids were going to yield me some greater. It wasn't going to change my life. It wasn't going to give me anything that I couldn't already get on my own. Sure, like I would love to have a better physique, but I'm not that high on that idea. Like when I was younger, it's not that serious. Now in my 40s, I'm 43 now. Probably knew that. Working so much, I haven't got time to get to the barber. Anyway, what was I saying? That I was in the elite stuff, whatever. Oh yeah, so being 43, I don't have those same, desires like when I was a kid or even just a young adult. But that being said, let's say I was suffering a bunch of injuries. Let's say whatever, I was having a tough time getting around, and a doctor could prescribe me a steroid regimen that would help me recover and whatever. Sure, and who's to say, I'm 43 now, who's to say that once I should also say, a big part of why I haven't taken anything also is the side effects. There's too many. Like, I'm bald now, but when I was 25 and whatever, I had a full head of hair. I had long, like, flowing dreadlocks, like, for serious. And I'm like, one of the supposed side effects of roids is baldness. I'm like, I already got, like, this interestingly shaped head. Wasn't trying to get to this sooner than later. But yeah, side effects, health, all kinds of. And then I'm a big wrestling fan, right? I'm a big wrestling fan, and I just saw wrestler after wrestler after wrestler after wrestler dropping dead. Now there's any number of things that came into play, but still, there's too many coincidences. And and then a lot of people that are pro steroid, who will say, oh, well, no, steroids it's not bad for you, it doesn't kill you, but it can exacerbate pre-existing conditions. The fuck? Then that's still bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a bad thing already and steroids can make it badder, how? Yes, that's bad. It's not healthy, right? If that's the case, right? But in the issue, the argument against that is that a lot of times it's the supposedly previously undiagnosed conditions. They didn't know they had this heart problem. Whatever, okay, fine. But if that's the case, like, how many people who aren't on steroids have been able to go through life with these undiagnosed heart conditions and have lived full lives? Why take that chance? Why exacerbate something that, while it should be of concern, might not be so great that it hinders or hampers your capacity to live a long, fulfilling life? Maybe, but with the aid of some medication, as opposed to having to be, like, hospitalized. And someone such as myself, which I didn't realize that I have a heart condition, and ironically enough, had I been on steroids, people would have attributed it to steroids. I get it, but that being said, if the roids could make that worse, why? Anyway, I was going somewhere. 43, got this. So yeah, so if I was older, let's say in my 70s, and I'm well past the age where I would be concerned about any of the side effects. Whether I'm no longer concerned about, my hair. I'm not concerned about whether there's acne on my back. I'm not concerned with my balls shriveling up. I'm always going to be concerned about my balls shriveling up. But one of the side effects is that stuff happens down there that prevents you from being able to perform normally, say, with a romantic partner. I'm not a fan of that. You shouldn't be either. But, if I'm beyond that age where that's a factor, who's to say that my opinion wouldn't change drastically? But I'm giving my opinion based on my present experience and my previous experiences. But yeah, I've never taken anything. I don't have any plans to take anything. I don't encourage you guys out there to take it, but if I'm walking past you in the gym and I hear people talking about a cycle or whatever, I'm not gonna I gotta go tell somebody. It's your body, right? But yeah, I've got no reason to lie to you. I know there's gonna be people out there that just assume. Granted, I'm not in the shape that I was in when I was, at peak powerlifting. But, I still get folks asking, which is ironic because some of the folks that ask are fucking bigger than me. Bigger than me in half my age. Quan, people, It's all good, but I got it. This is a young cat who kept where we're cool, but he kept accusing me, asking me if I was on roids. And this dude is like 18 and a half. He's 21 now. He's 21, 22, 23, somewhere in there. Half my age, bigger, more jacked than me. And doesn't work out nearly as much. But I'm the one on roids, you know. But yeah, all right. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free reach out. I'll try to give you a video response. Now I think I'm off to go try to do my taxes after I narrate a different video. So, and then watching the wrestling. So thank you all. Have a great day. Reese, Reese's Masterpieces. See ya. Bye-bye.